Next morning, Mr. Jarvis Lorry was putting the finishing touches to his appearance before going for breakfast in the dining room of the Royal George Inn. It was going to be a very difficult day as a man who said devoted his life to the impersonal business of financial affairs. He was not looking forward for a meeting to a meeting that had to do with a deeply emotional matter. Unlike most gentlemen of his age, Mr. Lorry had never married. He would willingly admit that he was married to his work, and if asked, he would almost certainly say he had no regrets. Already he had worked for Tellson's Bank for more than 30 years and was one of the most trusted employees. The next day, Laurie was getting ready for the breakfast at Royal George Inn. Although he was not looking forward to a meeting that had to do with deeply emotional matter, as he had devoted his life to the impersonal business related to finance. Being an unmarried being unmarried, Mr. Lorry was married to his work. He was a man, the most trusted employee at Tellson's Bank. At Tellson's Bank, he had worked there for 30 more than 30 years. As usual, he was wearing his brown suit, not very different from all the other brown suits he had worn during his long working life. He looked into the mirror on the wall and put his small brown wig more squarely on his head. He was not ready for this meeting, but he knew that he never would be. So, here, my dear children, the attire of the people of that time, it is described here. When Mr. Lorry had finished his breakfast, a waiter discreetly came up to his table. "A message, sir, from a Miss Manette. She says she is ready to receive you." "Thank you." Mr. Lorry took a deep breath and drank the last of his tea. He then followed the waiter to Miss Manette's apartment. When he entered, he saw a young lady of not more than 17 standing by the fireplace. She was short, with an aristocratic air and a full head of blonde hair. As he entered, her clear blue eyes met his. A look of inquiry showed that she did not know why she had been asked by the bank to meet this man under such strange circumstances. Mr. Lorry looked at her beautiful face and recognized the pretty nose and the cheerful eyes of the baby girl he had seen nearly 16 years ago. "You must be Mr. Lorry?" "Yes, of Tellson Bank, London." "Please take a seat, Mr. Lorry." They sat at a small table close to the fire. "This has to do with my father's property, I believe." Mr. Lorry clearly did not know where to begin. "Miss Manette, I have been working for Tellson's all my life, but for the first 15 years I worked in Paris. Tellson's does a lot of business in France, you know." So here a waiter came and told Mr. Lorry that Miss Manette was ready to receive him. Mr. Jarvis Lorry finished his tea and followed the waiter. He saw a young girl with golden hair and blue eyes, not more than 17 years, standing by the fireplace. Lorry looked at her and recognized the face he had seen 16 years ago. Lorry was explaining how he had met her father. "I see." Miss Manette wondered how this could possibly concern her. That's how I met your father. It was a business relationship. You understand. I am a man of business. You see, but he did trust me with many of his private affairs. Mr. Lorry, perhaps I can help by telling you what I already know. My father was a doctor from Bovis who married an English woman, my mother. That's correct. My mother lived only 2 years after my father's death. When she died, it was you who brought me to England, where I have been provided by the Tellson Bank. That's not strictly true, Miss Manet. Tellson Bank is only carrying out the wishes of your father. We were given the task of looking after your father's money and seeing that you were well cared of. Tellson Bank has done a good job. She smiled. Mr. Lorry, unaccustomed to such compliment, blushed slightly. Thank you, Tellson Banks. Thank you. Tellson's Bank takes its duties very seriously, Miss Manet. But please, Mr. Lorry, tell me why I have been called here today. Now, Mr. Lorry was explaining how he had met Miss Manet's father. She told that her father was a doctor and married to an English woman. Her mother lived only 2 years after her father's death, and Tellson Bank had been providing for the girl. Laurie then tried to explain that the bank was only carrying wishes of her father, Dr. Manet. Miss Manet, she told Jarvis Lorry that she was aware about all these, but why she was called here. Then Jarvis Lorry's discomfort began to show. His face tightened and his lips moved, but no words came out. The hard part had come. Now, Miss Manet, I would like you to consider just for a moment the possibility that your father may be alive. So, Mr. Jarvis Lorry, he told Miss Manet about the reason why she was called here, and he gave the news that there was a possibility that her father might be alive. Miss Manet's mouth dropped open and she caught Mr. Lorry's wrist with both hands. Mr. Lorry, please go on. When Miss Manet she came to know about the news of her father, she could not believe on that and she was shocked here at that.